Down where I live in New Jersey, about 60 miles from New York City, we raise beef cattle, Black Angus. Oh, I guess you've seen them, those big black cattle. Well, anyway, they make the finest steaks in the world. My best cowboy is my daughter, Margot. From the back of our land, Margot and I like to look at a mighty pretty view, Lambertville. It's on the Delaware River. Lambertville's a typical American town. Has about 5,000 people. Physically, it doesn't change much. Looks the same now as it did 20, 50, 100 years ago. A quiet, friendly community. A pleasant, cheerful place to live in. A place where everybody always got along with everybody else. A place where there were no serious problems, no serious troubles, except on Saturday nights. Yes, up to a year ago, on Saturday nights there was plenty of trouble in Lambertville because that was the one night when our kids, the youngsters of the town, like youngsters of every town, really kind of kicked up their heels. They weren't bad boys and girls. They were just average boys and girls growing up, approaching adulthood in an average community. All kinds of kids, loaded with energy and no proper outlet for that energy. All kinds of kids with time on their hands and nothing special to do with it. They wanted excitement, new experiences, and on Saturday nights they found what they wanted in places and ways that were not always so good. We older folks kind of knew what was going on, but we just stood by until one particular Saturday when something happened. That something woke us all up, especially those of us who were parents. It took a real wallop to jolt us out of our easy-going way of life. Well, what was the answer? That newspaper story started me thinking hard. Started the whole town thinking hard. Dave Barnett, the druggist, and Commissioner Howard Holcomb and his missus, Doc Petrie, Mrs. Narducci. Everywhere that morning you found folks deeply concerned. At the lumber yard, Harry Blair, the manager, and Jim Hewitt in from his farm. Over at Shoefly Lucas's barber shop, Shoe spoke his mind. So did Nora Brasso, our chief of police, and Lou Welch, who runs the liquor store, and Mayor Naylor, getting his daily shave. All of Lambertville was suddenly aroused. What could we do about our kids? Well, one thing was to have a town meeting, so we did. Mayor Naylor said that teenagers were a community problem, not just the problem of individual parents. He said we all had a responsibility here. Well, there wasn't much doubt about that. Then Bill Loesch, who manages the finance company, Bill suggested some kind of a community project for Saturday nights. Then it came to be my turn. Now, I'd been thinking myself along the same lines as Bill and the mayor. I remembered how when I was a kid you couldn't force a youngster to do something. He had to want to do it because it sounded like fun. So I made a certain suggestion. I asked the folks what they thought about it, and some didn't know offhand. Others liked it right away, even added some improvements. And the upshot of the meeting was that we determined to give the thing a try. Did it work? Well, here's Saturday night in Lambertville today. Yes, things have changed in our town. The youngsters have a Saturday night objective now. They're going somewhere special, and it's made a big difference. Every Saturday night, little kids and larger kids head for something they've discovered is more fun than a barrel of street corners. Right in the heart of town. We had it there all the time. But we never before had thought of keeping it open after dark. Sure, a real once-a-week nightclub for our boys and girls, with the emphasis on our teenagers. More than 1,000 of them regular and enthusiastic patrons. Here's how our young folks work off their surplus energy nowadays. On a concrete tennis court with a not-too-big brass band at the baseline. Those who can't jitterbug get by with a reasonably accurate facsimile. Dance contests are mighty popular. In between the dancing, there's entertainment. Some of it by professionals who graciously donate their services. Some by talented youngsters themselves. Every Saturday night, the show goes on. In pleasant weather, we're outdoors in the park. When it's rainy or cold, we move inside to St. John's Hall. But we always draw the same enthusiastic crowd. Even the adults aren't able to keep away from what's become the most fun you can find for miles around. And that's brought about a miracle in a community where oldsters and youngsters never before seemed to have much in common. Through music and laughter, we're drawing closer. The kids are learning that we're not such bad folks, and we're learning that they're not such bad folks, and that the town is truly our town. We're playing together on Saturday nights and working together the rest of the week, trying to make Lambertville the best place we know of to live in, not only for now, but for tomorrow. Not only for my generation, not only for their generation, but for the generations that are to come.